It's opposite day here at Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Pflugar. Welcome to episode 77. We're doing our picks against the spread here in week 8. And we are in an epic collapse, a tailspin. We are 26-32-1. We started the season, 8-2, 16-10, and now we're well below water. We are going to do George Costanza of the Jerry Seinfeld show, where he did opposite day because he was such a loser. He wanted to do the opposite of whatever he was thinking. He wanted to be a winner for at least a little bit in one day. That's what we're going to do at Peek Around the Corner. Every pick that I think is a good pick, we're going the opposite direction. It's opposite day here at Peek Around the Corner. We're also going to be discussing a little bit of intel we received last night during our live show. I was reading it as we were trying to do a live show last night. Could not get into it. I just don't put things out there. We're going to discuss a little bit, of the possible Big Ten scheduling in 2024. 2023 hasn't even been decided on yet, by Big Ten decision makers, the athletic directors, the presidents, the commissioner. They haven't decided on it, or we haven't received that information. They haven't gone public with it for the 2023 schedule. 2024, USC, UCLA is coming on board. As of right now, it's going to be a 16-team conference, probably no divisions, just one 16-team slate, probably 9 conference games. Again, none of that has been decided on, but we did receive something that they've been kicking around. They've been kicking around a lot of scenarios. They've been kicking around something here that we have. We're going to show it to you. We've been going over it this morning, B-Tam and his associates and myself. We're going to share some of it. Some of it is quite odd. But we're going to go through it here at Peek Around the Corner, episode 77. Before we get to our picks, we're going to go through them real quick, opposite day. Then we're going to get into the intel. Please smash that like button. It helps us so much with the algorithms at YouTube. Share the video with your family and friends. And please subscribe to our channel. If you subscribe to our channel, you get notified of our next episode when we're going live, when we have an emergency episodes like we often do during this incredible drama-filled time in college sports. So please subscribe to our channel. Let's get to our opposite day picks. And then we'll go to this intel. Okay, Iowa plus 29, you better believe it. Iowa plus 29 versus the Buckeyes. Of course the Buckeyes are going to blow out Iowa Hawkeyes. Iowa, what are they going to do? Score 6 points against the Buckeyes? Even with Iowa's defense, Ohio State's going to put up 45, right? But we're going opposite. We're taking the Iowa Hawkeyes plus 29. Clemson minus 13.5. I've been with Syracuse from day one. We've actually been picking it, and they're the one team that's been winning for us, except for last week. But they have been doing well for us, Syracuse Orangemen, right? But we're going opposite. We're going Clemson is going to beat Syracuse by more than 2 touchdowns. We got Clemson minus 13.5. Notre Dame minus 24.5 against anybody right now. With that offense, come on. They scored 14 points against Stanford, one of the worst defenses in Power 5 football. They're going against UNLV, but Notre Dame minus 24.5 against anybody is absolutely ridiculous. We're against it. But it's opposite day. We're taking the Fighting Irish minus 24.5. UCLA plus 6 against Oregon Ducks. The first really road game of the UCLA Bruins in a stadium that's going to be jam-packed with people. You guys know how much I love Dillingham, the offensive coordinator at Oregon. I still think he very well could be the new head coach of Arizona State at the age of 33. So, of course, I'm taking Oregon. But no, it's opposite day today. We're taking the UCLA Bruins plus 6. I'm telling you, we're desperate. We're desperate here. Wisconsin, Purdue is going to hammer Wisconsin. Wisconsin just lost on the road to Michigan State. Okay? Wisconsin is a dreadful football team this year. That team has collapsed just as worse as our picks has. And here comes Purdue. They're going to try to win the Big Ten West. They're going to hammer it down. They're going to beat Wisconsin. No. It's opposite day here at Peek Around the Corner. We're taking the Badgers +2. Mississippi State +21 against Alabama. Alabama coming off a loss. Nick Saban angry. Those practices, he says no one's starting position. Everyone's in danger of losing their starting job. That's what Nick Saban is saying down in Tuscaloosa. Alabama's going to crush Mississippi State. But no, opposite day. We're taking Mississippi State +21. TCU, I've been talking about TCU. I've been putting tweets out. Max Duggan, Johnson, the receiver, Miller, their running back. They've got it all going on. They just won a huge overtime game against Oklahoma State Cowboys. Adrian Martinez offense, they're not going to be able to keep up with TCU. TCU is going to win this game by at least 10 points. But no, it's opposite day. We're taking Kansas State +3.5. Stanford coming off a big win against Notre Dame. It's going to be a major letdown. You know this. Stanford's 2-4. They're not very good. They had their Super Bowl game of the year against Notre Dame. They're going to come crashing down. We should be taking Arizona State. We want to take Arizona State, but no, it's opposite day. We're taking Stanford -3. Those are a great 8 picks. We're going opposite of everything I think we should do. But again, we're in total collapse. George Costanza, opposite day. Let me know in the comments section how crazy you think I am. But it's desperation times, calls for desperation measures. We're taking a desperation measure, opposite day. George Costanza, and salute to him and the Jerry Seinfeld Show. These are our great 8 picks. Now let's go to the intel as we're having fun here at Peek Around the Corner. Let's get to a little bit more serious business. Again, we all know that Big Ten is kicking around many different scenarios. We have one right here in our intel that we received that they're kicking around. If you just want to take this as speculation, you go right ahead. We believe and we know it's a little bit more than just speculation. That this information that they've been kicking around in the Big Ten offices. Now look, no decisions has been made. We know we are at a no-go for launch for further Big Ten expansion right now. Does that completely shut the door on any more expansion of the Big Ten before the 2024 football season starts? No, it does not. But right now we have intel that says Big Ten will not expand. They made that decision for the time being, for the rest of the 2022 season. Big Ten has to wait some things out. They can't get all the votes. Kevin Warren wants to expand. There was never the goal to stop at 16. This doesn't work for scheduling purposes. This 16-team conference is going to fray if it's left as is. From our very strong held opinion at Peek Around the Corner and many in the Big Ten. Don't you doubt that for a moment. If you want to, go ahead. But I would suggest you don't doubt that for a moment. Okay, here's the intel. 16 teams, conference, 3 permanent rivals, 9 conference games. Now, this is probably what I'm about to tell you. Probably people have speculated on this exact scenario. But we have actual intel from a Big Ten employee of a university that's telling us this scenario is being kicked around. USC's permanent rivals. Now, each school would have 3 permanent rivals, right, in this scheduling. To begin with, it may not be the full 6-year slate. They just may try it out for 3 years or 4 years and then reevaluate, right, the permanent rival schedule. But to begin with, it sounds like a 9-game conference schedule with 3 permanent rivals each. There's a big debate between 2 permanent rivals and 3 permanent rivals. Having each school have 2 games, permanent rivals, or 3, it's sort of, it's not quite split down the middle, but there are schools that just want 2 permanent rivals in their conference schedule each and every year. This scenario is a 3 permanent rival schedule. According to the intel we received, USC's 3 permanent rivals as they begin Big Ten play in 2024 would be UCLA, Wisconsin, and Illinois. USC's 3 permanent rivals would be UCLA, Wisconsin, and Illinois. UCLA's 3 permanent rivals would be, starting in 2024, in this scenario that they're kicking around, USC, Northwestern, and Nebraska. UCLA's 3 permanent rivals would be USC, Northwestern, and Nebraska. We received other schools' permanent rivals. We have the whole list, the scenario that they're kicking around. Not going to go through it all in this episode. We'll probably do a whole thing on a live show later this week. I will tell you this, though. The one really extreme odd team in this scenario for their permanent rivals, in the scenario that they're kicking around, is Northwestern. According to this intel, Northwestern's 3 permanent rivals would be Illinois, obviously, right? UCLA, of course, because we just said UCLA is one of their 3 permanent rivals would be Northwestern, and Maryland. A permanent rival of Northwestern's would be Maryland. And there's some notes on that. We've expressed this actually last year and the year before, just talking, right, speculating. But there are notes on Northwestern where it seems like there's a good chance that if they go to 3 permanent rivals, Northwestern would have a team out east as their 3rd permanent rival. In this scenario, it would be Maryland. Northwestern, a private school, easy to travel to. The university is about 30 miles away from O'Hare Airport, easy to travel to. I think that's part of the reason why they are part of UCLA's permanent rival situation. Northwestern has many of their students that come from out east, actually. There's a lot of notes on Northwestern. To me, it still seems quite odd that Maryland would be one of Northwestern's permanent rivals when they're sitting close to Indiana, Indiana, Purdue. Seems odd, but that's the scenario that we have received. True intel, one of the scenarios that are kicking around for 3 permanent rivals again. USC, 2024. 3 teams, schools will be on their schedule for the next so many years. UCLA, Wisconsin, Illinois. For UCLA, it would be USC, Northwestern, and Nebraska. That's the intel we have. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, we'll get the 2023 Big Ten schedule soon. Real soon. I think the end date of that information, I think it was reported somewhere, I don't remember where, like the first week of December is like the end date, the last very possible time we would get that 2023 football schedule. And I think they're going to just keep it as is. 2 divisions in 2023. And then when they go to 2024, the Big Ten, then we'll go to a 16 team, no divisions, 3 permanent rivals, 9 conference games. At least that's the intel that we received last night. We kicked around this morning. We delivered it to you all. Let me know on the comment section. And let me know what you think of those 3 permanent rivals for UCLA and USC. And again, from all of us at Peek Around the Corner to all of you, until next time, you all take care of each other. Thank you so very much.